Hey there, this is Tracy Cotton from Morrow Insurance Agency. See, who cares about your insurance? I've got a new owl today. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter weekend, that you had fun this weekend regardless whether or not you were out hunting eggs or not. Thanks for joining, Teresa. Appreciate it. Today, of course, as I do. Hey, Wendy, thanks so much for joining. It was a great blab earlier. I really do appreciate you joining me today on my question of the day, where I talk about small business and farm insurance. And so my question of the day, and thanks so much for coming on, Sean. My question of the day today, I just want to go ahead and get that out there so everybody knows what it is we're talking about today, is going to be on professional liability. And professional liability is actually different than general liability. Hey there, Sean. Thanks for joining. Professional liability is different because it actually has to do with something that somebody doesn't normally get hurt by. The people that have professional liability are typically accountants, attorneys, insurance agents, tax preparers. If you are in the kind of business where you perform a service for somebody, and it's actually where you have a certain amount of expertise in it, doctors call it medical practice, medical malpractice actually, nurses, even hairdressers, it's considered professional liability when they cut hair because they're not going to hurt you by giving you a bad haircut, but what they have done as far as a hairdresser could possibly negatively affect you, and you could come back and actually sue them for it. So it's an interesting coverage because it's different than general liability. General liability means if someone gets hurt because they come to your place of business and they trip and fall, or you happen to have run over something, that's actually automobile liability. Hey there, good afternoon. Appreciate you joining us. And thanks again, Wendy, for the hearts. They're wonderful. Really do appreciate it. The question being, of course, is, does everybody need professional liability? And that answer is no, that it is just certain professions that are actually affected by the difference between general liability and professional liability. And it's something you'll definitely want to discuss with your insurance agent. If your expertise is actually more important than what it is you are building or creating for somebody, most likely you need professional liability. And perhaps also general liability if you have a place where people are coming to visit. So I also wanted to open it up because that was a quick question today. Does anybody have any insurance questions today? Anything they can think of that has to do with business insurance or insurance in general? I'd be happy to answer a couple of quick questions today. As always, if you have something more pressing, a little bit more, difficult that you wanted to ask in private, obviously feel free to just drop me a line, insurancewisetracy@gmail.com. And that's insurance spelled all the way out on my Gmail. I abbreviate it most of the rest of the time. So again, insurancewisetracy@gmail. Hey, thanks for joining, Perez family. Good afternoon. And we do appreciate you joining today, and we do thank you for supporting my little question of the day. It is absolutely a good practice to revisit your policies annually. So many things can change between your homeowners and your auto insurance, your business insurance, farm insurance, anything that you have insured, even life insurance. And I don't deal in life insurance, but that can change. A divorce, a death in the family for somebody that was supposed to be the beneficiary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you had made a significant change to the building that you live in, the actual house, you've added on, you've changed cars, you've changed drivers, your son or daughter's moved out of the household and they're getting married, they no longer be in the policy, and that could be a savings, so you might want to definitely change that. But meanwhile, look at your policies, make sure the information is correct as soon as you get it in. So that's the first thing that I would recommend, is whenever you get that renewal in, go ahead and check and make sure it's got the right information on it, and then go ahead and just call your insurance agent. or email them, whatever's more convenient for you. Obviously, if they're a local insurance agent, which I do encourage, drop in and see them if it's something that's available for both of you. But definitely take that time. Thank you so much for all the hearts. I really do appreciate it. But definitely take the time, because it's not only a money thing, like it could save you money like on your bills. It also, hey Cynthia, thanks so much for joining. Not only could reviewing your insurance policies yearly save you on money, but it also could prevent something from falling through the cracks. If you actually, hey, how are you doing? If you had made some changes, or there's actually some things that your insurance agent needs to know about, you really need to just get on the phone and definitely talk to them about it. So it is such a good idea. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much, Tina. That's great, great, great question. I, of course, encourage you, like I said, to anytime you've got insurance questions, first of all, talk to your own agent if you feel comfortable. But if you just have a general question and you're wanting to get some feedback, feel free, and I'd love to be able to answer your question on air. So if you send me a question, let me know if it's something that you wouldn't mind me putting out there generically. I won't name names or anything, but feel free to go ahead and just email me, insurancewisetracy@gmail.com, with those questions. Again, today's question was about professional liability and do I need it? And the answer, of course, on that is that not everyone needs professional liability, but if you do, it's important because it's not included underneath general liability. And so if you choose to have general liability, it will not necessarily address some of the specifics that you'll need for professional liability. So definitely, and yes, thanks so much for saying hi to Cynthia. It's great to have her on. She and Wendy both had a wonderful blab earlier today, so if you get a chance to go out there and look on the blogosphere, they did a great one on weight loss, and that's something that I'm actually very much involved in as well because it's part of my journey. But I'm not here to talk about that. I just wanted to say hey to everybody and answer the question of the day, just a brief question about business insurance, and hoping that that helps some folks. Catch me on the replay, and I will be going ahead and saving these to our Morrow Insurance YouTube channel as well. So these questions will be available later for replay as well. Thanks so much for you guys for joining me today. I appreciate all the hearts and the coffee cheers because I'm planning on having some coffee here just shortly myself. It's about that time of day. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to corresponding with y'all again soon. In fact, I look forward to the question of the day for tomorrow. Take care.